Alright, this week's episode of Fairy Tail, while again is filler, and you could say is unnecessary, I don't care. I did like it. It's a backstory, so to speak, of Briska. And usually, she's never been that much of a focus. In fact, when you really think about it, a lot of the characters that share the same amount of screen time as her, of the other Fairy Tail Guild wizards, we never get to know much about them. We get some certain little quirks here and there, and we did get a little progression with her relationship, and getting married, having a daughter. But ultimately, we don't know any of their backstories. We don't know any of that. So this was a surprise for me, and it is kind of weird how this episode started out with billiards, because now and they're going to such detail about it and how the game is played and all that. And I'm starting to wonder, is there an anime out there all about billiards? I'm starting to think there is. I mean, with the amount of anime out there, I'm sure there's someone out there working on a manga or an anime that's all about billiards. But it's nice hearing that crack sound. I agree with Gray. Hearing that crack, you're like, oh, that sounds sweet. I love that. But either way, Urza comes downstairs saying, you guys are making a bunch of noise. Of course, it's Fairy Tail. They're always making a bunch of noise. And, she grabs the white ball. Is like, this brings back memories. It's like, so it goes flashback. She goes into this saloon, and of course she doesn't understand billiards, even though she says she does. She just destroys all the balls. It's like, yeah, I did it. It's like, no. Like, now where's this sundae or mousse, caramel mousse that I've been hearing about? Like, oh, that's on the store next to us. I mean, it's so easy to tell, but it's Urza. She's gonna get things confused. And again, with the bunny outfit, it's Urza. At this point, who cares? And we hear a story about this Moulin Rouge, who's come from another separate continent. Which, again, I would love to hear more about the other continents. What's so different about Fiore and the other continents? Do they also have mages? But I'm getting ahead of myself. Moulin Rouge, she's going around stealing things and causing a lot of trouble for people. And she's claiming to be a Fairy Tail wizard. And of course, we know where that's going to lead. Urza's going to go try to beat her up. And thankfully, she's right next to her in the sweet shop. And she goes in, again, wanting the maid costume, when really she doesn't even need it. She's like, you Moulin Rouge? Pff, big sword. I'm going to kick your ass. It's like, she didn't even need the costume, but she wants one, I'm guessing. She probably still has the maid costume in her inventory. And of course, everyone runs out. It's like, Fairy Tail's starting to fight. And of course, we see Lucy before she joined Fairy Tail. So, it looks, from the looks of how everyone looks at this point, with the short hair and a little bit younger, I'm guessing Lucy is probably somewhere around maybe 14 or 15 at this point. She left on her journey really early. Well, she doesn't look that different. So, again, I don't know how fast hair grows, because Moulin Rouge, at this point, you can probably tell, is Briska. So, and she has really short hair compared to when we first meet her. So, how many years have passed? Hair grows really slow, and so there has to be maybe 3 or 4 years. But either way, of course, Moulin Rouge or Briska at this point. Yeah, let's call her Briska. She surprises Urza with the super speed and all that. Taking her maid outfit, she's naked, which. Okay, so being completely naked is too far even for Urza. She can wear a bikini and she'll still, go out there and flaunting her assets. But it's bare naked? No, that's too far for Urza. Good to know. She has a limit. It just had to be nothing at all. That's the limit. All right. But, of course, Urza's not going to just stand around letting someone show her up. So, of course, she is getting ready to fight, and she knocks her into the pool hall, and Briska starts shooting off bullets, boom, 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 and Urza just slashing at it, boom, 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 nope, and just, of course, she kicks her ass, tells her, hey, I don't care about the whole robbery stuff or the trouble you're causing for people. No, the fact that you're pretending to be a Fairy Tail wizard is an insult, and we don't like that. And of course, if you do want work, if you're having trouble finding some paying work, come to Fairy Tail. We'll give you some. And of course, that touches Briska's heart. It's like, wow, maybe I should go. And I will say, the one little thing I did like was she had a partner called Sunny. And the whole time thinking, who the hell is Sunny? I mean, I never heard of a Sunny. And finally we meet Sunny. Coming out of her breast is a little mouse. It's like, that's Sunny's? Like, okay, she has a mouse. How come I never saw it before? Apparently it's always been with her, because after the flashback's done with, we see Briska, coming downstairs also with her daughter. And off her head, we see Sunny. He's got a big, he's fat. It's like, damn, Sunny, how much you been eating? Like, I don't know. I mean, I think he's getting lazy. Get him on the wheel. Start running. Lose some weight. But either way, it's nice. And we also see how she, came into Fairy Tail. She met Natsu in grades for the first time, too. And it was nice. It was a nice, sweet little moment. I like seeing the backstories of not just the main characters, but side characters as well. This is what it should have been, for Frosh. Some sort of development, some sort of insight into how the character came to be at this point. So this is what I kind of wanted the last episode to be about. If you're gonna focus on a singular character for the entire episode, actually do something up with their character, develop them, or just let us know more about their background. Don't just put them in for comedy's sake. So thankfully this episode wasn't too bad. In fact, it was just nice and just sweet and relaxing. It was just like a kickback episode. Just like, yeah, alright, I liked it. So either way, this was a nice episode. Just a flashback of Briska's past and how she came to Fairy Tail. And that's ultimately all I can say about this episode. So I can't wait for the next one. See what it has in store for me. Till then, I'm Tony Dragon. Bye bye.